This year, our Cardinal Regiment Band marked its 65th anniversary, and next year, the TVCC Cardettes will celebrate their 55th year. These groups put in countless hours of preparation for their performances that wow crowds not just locally, but across the globe. Now they're preparing to hit the road to perform the historic Philadelphia Thanksgiving Day Parade on November 27th. So let's talk with Cardette Director Darla Mansfield and Marching Band Director Tim Samples about this upcoming trip. Darla, let's start with you. You've participated in this parade in a really unique way, both as a Cardette and also as a Cardette Director. So just based on those experiences, can you describe the atmosphere that you guys are expecting?
It will be a very entertaining, live, vivacious parade, which is very interesting because it will probably be very cold. And the crowds in itself are very appreciative of us coming from Texas. I remember as a student performing in it, and they just embraced us. And then coming back several years back as a director, taking a team, they did the exact same thing. And we're really welcoming, and it's a wonderful parade to be a part of, and it's a true honor to be.
Yeah. Well, this parade is the oldest Thanksgiving parade in the country. Tim, can you talk about the honor of being selected for an event like this?
Well, I say the honor and the fact that Philadelphia is just one of the, I like history. And just being able to go to basically the birth of our country with the Constitution and that aspect is that's just awesome in itself. And there's the fact of being able to go participate in Philadelphia there that day. By the way, it is the day that the Cowboys are playing Philadelphia in Dallas, so hopefully it won't be too bad there for that. But I'm just looking forward to it. And then also the added trip to New York to be able to have that time with the Rockettes. And being picked for this, Darla, when I first came in, they had mentioned that we had this parade that we wanted to get into, and I thought it was just going to be too late. She said, nah, you'll make it in there, because I saw the deadline was last February. Well, we're in, so we're looking forward to it.
Yeah. This is your first year serving as marching band director at the Valley. How in the world do you mobilize such a large group for a trip literally halfway across the country? I mean, what kind of things do you have to consider when you're taking such a large group so far away from home?
First, try to get some sleep so I can figure out what I'm doing. No, in reality, Craig and Pat Logan, the All World Travel agents, have been a great help. They've laid pretty much everything out. Here's the deadline. We've got to get this done here at this time. And so that's been the biggest help. If I've had some questions locally or quickly I've had to get to, then Darla's been a help. Dr. Hudson, Director of Bands, has been a big help there as well because of his past experiences with the parades. And just organizing it, having meetings with the students every week or so and saying, we need these deadlines, we need everything here, your money here, and meeting those deadlines, which we should be hopefully get there by the time we leave.
Yeah. I mean, what's your experience with traveling with the Cardettes and just making that trip?
I think it's very tedious, but it is a wonderful experience. You know, obviously trying to get the students packed and ready to go. And some of them have never flown out of Texas. They've never been on an airplane. Some of them, have never been in an event like this. And so that in itself is an experience to be able to hold their hand and to make sure that they know that everything's going to be just fine. And then once you get there, just, to be able to step back and relax and breathe and realize that it's going to be a great event. And so all the hard work that's done prior to plays into effect when we get there.
Yeah. Can you guys explain to our viewers the cooperative spirit that exists between the Cardettes and the band? I think a lot of people obviously see you on the field and in various performance venues together, but they probably don't realize how many hours you guys actually spend working really closely with one another to put on performances.
I think with the relationship that we have during the fall semester, I mean, it is very much a cohesive unit. As a director and then also as the Cardettes, we rely so much on the Cardinal Regiment for what we do and our success. And we honestly would not be the organization that we are without the Cardinal Regiment. And, I feel like I'm very, very lucky to have a great relationship within the two organizations. And as much as we do together, I think it brings our students together. It brings them closer and have a more support of the college and support of the activities that we do. And I feel like we are really, truly blessed to have that type of program here, that we can work together and we support each other, and we realize that what we do reflects on the other organization in a positive light, and we want us both to succeed. And so an event like this, to be able to go and represent Trinity Valley in Texas and to work together and to bring students new opportunities is a joy and really an honor to be a part of, and to be able to give that to the students.
Yeah, and again, Tim, obviously your first year here, but just your experience in working with the Cardettes and how closely you guys work, can you kind of give us a sense of that from your perspective?
Well, I'll just right off, it's been fun. I know coming in fresh, I've never met Darla, she never met me, so you've got those imaginations where they're going to work. I made my first comment to them basically was, I'm going to do whatever we can to make y'all successful and look good. I said, we're in this together. We're to represent TVCC, and that's what it's about, working together. And I'm really enjoying getting to know the girls off and on. You know, I see them around on campus and say hi. They say hi back. And other places where I've been, where as a band director and a drill team, never had a problem with the relationship between the two. We've always worked together because it's one cohesive unit, like she said. And I'm even looking forward to more things next fall.
Yeah.
And it was interesting today. The groups both got together and took a cohesive picture together, and it's a neat to see everybody together like that.
Yeah,
we're pretty blessed.
That's cool. Well, Darla, can you just close by talking about what the Cardettes have on the schedule just for the rest of this semester, and then beyond that through the spring semester?
Well, this semester, obviously, the parade in Philadelphia, and then we'll be marching in the Children's Health Parade in Dallas on December 6th. And from there, for the rest of the semester, it'll be just preparing for next year. And then next year, we'll have various workshops for dancers to come and attend. This year, we're doing something new, and we're having middle school workshops for dancers that are in the middle school ages. And then also, we'll have a middle school camp in the summer. Then we have high school workshops and then high school camps. And then culminating our spring semester is with our annual spring production. So there's a lot going on in the world of Cardettes. And then obviously preparing for next year is going to be quite an exciting road.
Yeah. And then just same question for you, Tim. What's coming up down the line for the
band? We have the parade coming up, Thanksgiving, and then again the Christmas parade on December 6th. Finishing up the semester, preparing for next semester. The band will, of course, move to the concert season, and Dr. Hudson actually oversees the concert band throughout the spring semester. And we'll have I think our spring concert sometime in April, but little groups from the Cardinal Regiment will be involved in the basketball games through the pep band throughout basketball season. I'm already have started looking at possible shows for next fall. We will have drum major tryouts, captain leadership tryouts through the spring. We'll stay in touch and everything through letters, meet about every other week during the summer, and then prepare for summer camp, band camp, which is the first full week in August, or around August the 10th, maybe the second full week. We'll have them decided on that, and go straight 2 weeks and get ready, and it's starting up again.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys both so much for visiting with us. We really appreciate it. And I think it's always fun to, like you talked about, hear about that cooperative spirit and just the great things that we have going on at the Valley. Well, that's going to wrap up another edition of the Valley News. Thank you for joining us. And also, don't forget to check out Cardinal Weekly, which is done by our Sports Information Officer, Benny Rogers, just to keep you updated on all the happenings for sports on campus. So until next time, have a great week.